Welcome to Four Movies, where we will be discussing four movies that have something in common. But what they have in common, I know, but do you? If you don't, then stay till the end of the video and I'll tell you. But if you do, say it before the end of the video so that people know that you know what you're talking about and you're not full of it. Okay, I'm just going to get into it. We're going to go real fast. This is going to be 5 movies. Oh, you get one extra. If you watched the video yesterday all the way to the end, there is a hint and clue, whatever. But let's go. What do these movies have in common? We're going to go ahead and go with the movies. We're going to go through 5 movies. Bam! The worst in the trilogy. Bam! Blade 3. Oh my goodness. Wow. No. Why is it bad? I don't know. It just didn't work on certain levels for me. Like I said, I'm not saying it's bad. Like I said, not saying it's bad. Just the worst of the trilogy. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just not the best of the 3 Blade movies. So that's all I'm saying. It was one of those things where it's like, it was interesting. I was entertained and stuff like that. But if I had a choice in between the 3 movies, it would not be this one. Like I said, it wouldn't be the second one either. Goodness gracious, man! I hate it when people sit there and they're like, "Oh, what movie sequel was better than the original?" And they say Blade 2. No, it's not. The hell it is. No. No way. No way. And like I said, once again, not saying that Blade 2 is bad. In any sense, not saying Blade 2 is bad. Blade 2 is good. Blade 2 is interesting. But Blade 2 is not better than the original. In my opinion. Others may vary. I don't know why. Because first Blade, phenomenal. Third Blade, I don't know, Dracula was just like, I think you just have like, I don't know, something like an original Blade villain. Like I liked how the first one had Frost. The second one had, you know, the guy with the mouth thing. Like I said, it wasn't Dracula. Dracula just seems kind of hokey. And I understand, you know, Marvel had Dracula. There was a Dracula Marvel thing. But, no. Like I said, I thought this was unique in the way that it was told. Stuff like that. Good soundtrack, too. Blade 2 had a pretty awesome soundtrack. They tried some things. Like there was a process where they were trying this digital filmmaking where it's like you have these digital characters jumping around and whatnot. And it's like now you watch it like, yeah, you can totally tell. But like at the time it was like you have to try that out and it only gets better after. You know, like I said, there's only one thing. It gets better down the line, always will. But you know, now you have like Avatar stuff like that where it's photorealistic computer animation, but at the same time, like it had to go through the animation. What? But no! Wait. And we're back, and we get to talk about Blade. That's right, bam! The original Blade. A phenomenal movie, made by New Line Cinema, and back when Marvel, to make ends meet, was selling off their IPs, if you will. They were selling off their stuff, and one of the things that they did sell was Blade, which originally he looked like a 70s vampire slayer, and they updated it. It was a good choice. Like I said, this movie is phenomenal. A 70s Blade movie would be pretty interesting. But the movie is phenomenal. It's one of those things where it doesn't. I don't think it gets enough credit as you know, like Iron Man was like Iron Man brought like the Marvel whole thing. You know, that it showed that Marvel movies could be done a certain way and stuff like that. Blade did that. And like Iron Man was the predecessor, yes, and it got more eyes on it. But Blade was the trendsetter, if you will. So it just is. Phenomenal movie, directed by Stephen Norrington, who directed Death Machine, who went on to he's directed a lot of movies. I watched all his movies; they are all phenomenal. I think he has like 5 or 6. I think, because like then after this he did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and that movie crippled a bunch of people because of all the production problems that happened there. Like they had sets, they built sets that got destroyed by weather, and then they had to rebuild all the sets, which just tanks them back on money and stuff like that. And League of Extraordinary Gentlemen comes out, and he had problems, dealing with Sean Connery. After Sean Connery, I think it was something like that. I don't know the issues, but Sean Connery retired after that, and so did he. And so like that's wild. Like if you get a chance, like I've made another video about the director of this, and like I said, I would love to find a VHS copy of Death Machine. That would be awesome. It's classic. It's got this like robotic claw hand. It's like a silver case. It's got this robotic claw hand, and like coming out of the it's. I remember it. Fond memories. Great movie. Creature feature, but just great stuff. It was Blade. It was an amazing movie. I mean, iconic. I would say The Blade is an iconic film, and it's so good. And if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. Like I said, so good, so good. Okay, now we're on to our other two movies, which is Law-Abiding Citizen. Yes, Law-Abiding Citizen. If you haven't seen this movie, you definitely should see this movie. Really good. I like it's one of those things where it's like, what is happening? And they're trying to stop him, but he seems like he's stopped, but he's not stopped, and things are still happening, and they don't know how to stop him. I like how the one guy's just like, you want to know how to stop him? Walk into that cell and shoot him in the head. I was like, whoa! And he said, yeah. If you haven't seen this, like I said, there's okay. If you haven't seen Blade about vampires, alright, cool. Vampire Hunter, phenomenal stuff. I'm glad that they changed up the ending, because it was like an alternate ending where it was like they were using way too much special effects, and it wasn't as good. And I'm glad they did what they did. Anyways, Law-Abiding Citizen. There's a guy, and basically there's a home invasion, and his wife and kid are killed, I think. And then like the people who did this don't really get punished, and it's the law. Sorry, that's the law there. Blah blah blah. And then he wages a one-man war against the law system and goes really far on it, and maybe extreme. And there's a there's a lawyer who has to, played by Jamie Foxx, who has to who's kind of like the target of this guy as well. And it goes back and forth. Like I said, awesome movie. And our last movie, bam, The Ugly Truth. And you might say, oh no, wait, that's a romantic movie. You don't like the romantic movies. I mean, a good movie is a good movie, and The Ugly Truth is a good movie. This is very shiny too. Shiny little movie, shining in my eyes and all up in my mouth. Shiny movie. And if you can hear some background sounds, it's because I didn't realize the washer and dryer would be that loud in here. But it's calming, sounds like the ocean, I guess. But The Ugly Truth is a well done movie. Like I said, it has the comedy in all the right spots, and just I enjoy the movie thoroughly. If you haven't seen it, definitely see it. Well worth a watch. The Ugly Truth. And what do these movies have in common? I'm about to tell you. Blade 3, Blade, and Blade 2 all have Wesley Snipes in them. What? The Ugly Truth and Law-Abiding Citizen both have Gerard Butler in them. And also on The Ugly Truth, like my favorite scene has got to be at the end, where he's just like You said what? Why? I was like, beats me. I am a physical media collector and an artist, and I do a video a day to, like, I'm trying to get a silver play button or a gold play button if I'm lucky, and I just kind of want to do this for, to make ends meet. That'd be cool. That'd be cool if this was bringing in enough currency that I could just get like a part-time job to make ends meet. That would be super cool. Right now I just work nights, fast food, but anyways, sweet. And like I said, thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far, you're awesome. Stay awesome. I tried to start this video and I made some mess ups. I'm gonna put that at the end. Enjoy, and thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow. So do a video a day. Welcome to 4 movies where I'm not ready yet. Okay, sorry. Yeah, welcome to 4 movies, where I'll be discussing 4 movies that have something in common. But what they have in common, I know, but do you? If you do, say something, like I said. And I already did that at the intro. Let me... I'm messing this up. Sorry.